Okay, hello. Let's continue rewriting gas. After a few moments. Boo boo boo. Rewrite it, okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and boot up the engine here. So yesterday we continued with the gas rewrite. It's going well. I think I have all of my gameplay tags conditions written out for effect removals and applications. And what I have here now is like overwriting. Oh, that's not going to compile. No, it is not. No, it is not. Lee, welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, that did not compile, did it? Oh yeah. Entity ID. There we go. So that should be good. Yeah, you're not, yeah, just delete that for now. I don't know what I'm doing with the stacking and overriding stuff yet. Initialization of context data is skipped by case label. What? I gotta look that one up, holy shit. What does that even mean? I've never, that is a new one for me. Alright, you have to use brackets. Also, I changed my tab style to 2 spaces, and now I have a lot more space to write things in. So that's really nice. Especially considering how branchy game dev is. Okay, what are you saying here? Overwrite policy, undeclared identifier. Can I forward declare that? Can we forward declare that? I hope so. No, we can't. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna need that yet. What I think I'd like to do before I get too deeper, yeah, too much more deeper, is I'd like to actually try to run some things, which means that I'm gonna have to like convert all my gameplay abilities over, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to what to do with the gameplay tasks. That's gonna be, may have to write some of my own gameplay tasks. May have to, mayhaps. Yeah, I kind of got carried away. I should not have written this much. I've been writing code for basically 4 days now, and I haven't tested. I've barely tested it. I guess you could say I tested it day 1, but I switched up what I was doing after that. So I'll say I've been writing code for like 3 days, and I haven't tested a lick of it. I haven't tested a lick of it. So I would like to do that. And I think now is where we need to go through and basically just update every single ability. Yeah. We're gonna need to update all the abilities because they need to have the new like activate abilities and whatnot. And I guess it's fine if they're just the data ones. I suppose it's fine. So we want my activate ability. Why can't I impl? Why can't I implement that? My gameplay ability base. My activate ability is a blueprint native event. You're a DJ too. No. Not implemented in blue. Why? Is it because it's surely it's not because it's protected. Does it have to be blueprint callable as well? I mean, it is. It is my can activate ability. Override. Oh. Okay. Wait. Because it's because it has a return value. Okay. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. Should I change that to void? Should I change that to void just to get this working? I think I kind of want to. I don't know that there's going to be any that return. Wait, why did I return false there? Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have done that. And then there's end ability as well. Does that return anything? No, that one's void. Okay, let's go ahead and change. Let's change activate ability to void just to get it working, and then we'll decide if we need that later. Yes. Well, I guess we need to change the signature there too. Okay. Cast ability override. Okay. Okay, I think that all looks good. Let's go ahead and rebuild that. So the reason I don't want it as a function is because I happen to know from running a state tree on the background thread that blueprint functions are incapable of running on the background thread. Like, you have to execute a blueprint function on the game thread. But the blueprint events can. Those are fine. So that's why I wanted it to show up in the event graph. Now, I know that it's just probably like just showing up like that, you know, like, and then under the hood it probably is an event. But yeah, I don't know what that's gonna what that's gonna do. So I would just rather, and I don't even know that I need the activate ability boolean anyways. Although the can activate, the can activate is a function, a blueprint native event like function with a return value. So I guess we'll see with that one when we start parallel processing things. Okay, come on, compiler. You can do it. You can do it. I feel like the first, like, full boot of the day is always... I guess it's the first, like, rebuild of the day is always very slow. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I should probably, let's pin a div. Let me pin a message here for what I'm working on. I hate that the title never shows up in YouTube Shorts. That's annoying. Annoying. There we go. Wrong one. There we go. Oop. Okay, so we need to do that for basically every ability and also my end ability as well. Okay. So ranged ability, let's do you now. Can I copy? Maybe let's just copy and see if that can work across graphs here. It can. Yay. Oh, getting component by class. Oof. Okay, yeah, there's gonna be a lot that needs to change actually. Yeah, because we don't have owning actor from actor info. Oh shit. Yeah, we need to like refactor all of these basically. I wonder if I should be doing these one by one and testing them, or should I just like refactor all of them in one go? I would love to start with just the auto attack, but that's like actually one of my most complicated abilities, believe it or not. Yeah, like this isn't gonna work anymore. Don't know that we care about instigator, but we would just do like get self here. Reference to self. Spawn caster is an actor, which has its own set of issues. The caster, which has a skeletal mesh component. A skeletal mesh. I guess that's the target or the... No, that's just the owner. Okay. Should I just pass the owning ability? I kind of feel just passing the owning ability might be... Yeah, instigator component, this is gonna go away. Owner is a fucking actor. Instigator component, yeah, delete you. Source ability, we're just doing the class. Okay, so why don't we do source ability as the instance rather than a class there. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna fully refactor all these. Yeah, it's gonna be a slog. This is gonna be a slog. Yes, sir. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in. So at least now we can just do ability CDO here. It's kind of nice. Oh yeah, the deal damage part. Yeah. So dealing damage. Apply damage effect to component. Oh yeah, I have to do all of the... Okay, I'm gonna keep... Excuse me. I'm gonna keep this one around. I'm not gonna use that anymore. But let's do something like... It'll be F effect entity. U damage effect. Let's call this make, I guess just make damage effect. Make damage effect, which is essentially just going to, what is it going to do? What is it going to do? It's just going to basically be an instant gameplay effect with a damage component. So I guess let's just start F damage effect data. Yeah, am I passing in min and max damage to that? I guess it would be a base damage, right? So we go float, base damage. Yeah, we would want source ability for sure. That's a requirement because we would want F context entity data. No, effect data, right? Yes. Context. Yes. Owner. This should be my gameplay ability base. Owner entity context dot source ability. Is source ability? Very good. Which is a weak object pointer. Why can't we do that? Oh, because it's not const. Very good, very good. And so I guess we need the T array to add them all to. The array of F instanced struct, T instanced struct rather, F effect entity data. Wait, what is it? F gameplay effect data. What did I call it? F effect. F entity effect data. There we go. Or no, we just do F effect entity. I'm dumb. That has the array inside of it. And then return that. And so we can go effect entity dot add context. Why are you mad at me? Oh, because we have to make it F effect entity data. Entity effect data. Thank you for the sub. Welcome in. I am currently trying to rewrite the gameplay ability system within Unreal Engine. It's an Unreal Engine framework. And it's a nice framework. It's good. If you use Unreal Engine, you should give it a shot. See if it fits your needs. It does not fit my needs, though. It was until I spawned about 200 plus entities and put them all in combat, and then my frame rate dropped to like 20 FPS. So I'm working on an RPG, Colony Sim Roguelite, with procedural, destructible terrain. It's a large world, and I want to run all of it, or at least as much as possible. And so that means I need to run thousands and thousands of entities at a time, even if they're super far away from the player. I want to do this to make the world feel alive. And that could mean thousands and thousands of entities in combat. And so, 200 entities is not enough. It's not that I'm going for like large-scale battles, but there could be a lot of battles happening. Didn't I... Where is my damage processor? Didn't I do this already? Oh yeah, I'm not really doing anything, am I? I never finished the damage processor. That's okay. That's okay. So actually, just based on the source ability, it will automatically do that. It will automatically like populate the damage effect data. So I guess I just need to create the damage effect data, and then it will just do. And then base damage is just calculated from the ability. Did this just get like 10 times simpler? Did this just get 10 times more simpler? Is that how you would say that? More simpler? More simple. I think I'm more simple. Target. Yeah, the target as well. We would want that. And how are we like passing in target typically? Let me see. Make damage spec handle, make damage spec. We'll just look for some of these here. Where I need to find the ones used in like blueprints. Yeah, give me this. I'll make sure. Wolf bite. I'm just getting the current target. I am just getting the current target. And that's probably the case for most of them. That's actually an old one, so let's look at a newer one. Yeah, cleave. Oh, right, and then this, the cleave is an AoE, so it is actually supplying targets kind of specially. What about something like Blizzard, Fire? Okay. One day I wanted to become a game developer until I realized that programming is not so fun as playing games. It can be. Can be. I have fun. I have fun doing programming. I like solving problems. But yeah, it's a slog at first, for sure. When you don't know what you're doing. It's a slog to figure it out. But then you come out the other side, and you feel good about yourself, because you figured it out. But yeah, it's not for everyone, that's for sure. Should I just do a target entity? Well, I guess it'll be a targetable, because that's what we get from the entity data. And I should probably write a get current target on entity utils. Do I have such a thing? I know in ability system component there's a lot of get current target. Let me just type in get current target and see what pops up here. Oh, it's in ability utils. I've already got it. Nice. And then I just get current target. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, we'll use that. And it does create an F targetable, and it does update location. It does update location there. And you know what? While we're at it, why don't we have a bool? No. Just leave it. Just leave it. Okay, so targetable target. We would want to make a F targetable, or F. What is it? F target. B target. No, F target. Entity data. Target data. Target. Effect into. Wait. Yeah. Yep. Target data. Target. Good. Source. The source ability should already have the source on it. Ooh, the damage effect. Yeah, I forget you, because we can manually pass one in. We can manually pass one in. Am I gonna have like different damages in the data table? Also, where is base damage coming into play? I mean, isn't that just always passed in? Isn't that just always passed in? Calculate base damage. Okay, I guess this can happen from a gameplay effect, can't it? But I do have the context anyway. I do have the source ability context. But that's not all. Yeah, that's not always going to be what passes in the base damage. That does. Yeah, that does make sense. So calling. Where was it? Yeah, calling ability calc based damage is not always. Is not always the preference. So I'm gonna have to redo the damage processor here. Okay. And really we want min and max damage, I suppose. Let me think about that, because right now damage effect has a min and max. But I was intending to just like do the RNG roll in the damage calculation, but now it kind of seems like the wherever the damage is coming from kind of just handles the base damage. So let's do something like this. I happen to know that if we just go here, do that, and we'll do floats, base, damage, pass that in there. We can initialize it. Let's make a constructor for this guy. What we're gonna do, yeah, actually just that, perfect. Just inline, add that. Context, there's a couple parameters, so leave it like that. Yeah, but the damage effect... Yeah, I think we need to pass that in. I think we need to pass that in. Where... Let's go to, like, Frost Nova, sure. Damage effect class is passed in on there. Okay, so the... is that on cast ability? Thank you for the subs, guys. Welcome. Welcome in, everyone. Yeah, I think it's on cast ability. Or is it on the base? Damage effect. Okay, so it's on the base. Damage effect class. There we go. Okay. Edit anywhere, blueprint read only, and so we want to make this a data table row handle for damage effect row handle. And I guess the ability could have a ease of use function, and I guess it kind of it does. God, I just got something in my eye. My damn girlish eyelashes. Yeah, so it has a deal damage implementation that automatically does that, which is apply damage effect to component, right? Which we're kind of writing that at the moment. This is making the damage effect. Which would require like a source. Yeah, so let's do F data table row handle. Should I do the row handle or should it be the effect entity? If it's the effect entity, what exactly am I doing? Just populating the context and stuff? Yeah, let's do the effect entity. Effect entity, and we'll make it the ref. And then this should be void. Oh my god. Okay, so I think that's it. So we would have that. Let's create that declaration, make it static. Yes. Yes, please. What is GAS? GAS stands for Gameplay Ability System. It is a built-in Unreal Engine framework I am rewriting. Void, do we do more void? Or do we just do the apply effect to component? apply damage effect to component, because this is what the ability system uses. Source ability, damage effect class. This doesn't actually apply it though. So I think what we would want, yeah, I think we would want void u damage effect, apply damage effect. Perhaps. F effect entity. That can be a const ref effect entity. Yeah, we do want the subsystem, so let's pass that in first. Target. Pass in targetable. And base damage still. Yeah, make it static. Thank you. And then we want, let's just check subsystem here. Subsystem, apply effect to target. Oh, I guess it takes the data table row hand. Okay. Okay. I think the context should probably have the ID on it, rather than needing to pass in each of them. Effect ID, that's funny. That's funny. Effect ID. I put it on the apply effect data. I think I should just put it on the context. What AI tools are you using for dev? Not much really. I just use the Copilot autocompletes. Yeah, except I would hate to have to fucking pass around the effect ID manually. Let me go back to damage effect. Source entity. Do I need a source entity? Well, that builds the context for me. I forgot. Okay, so what are you trying to do? I'm rewriting gas. I am rewriting gas into my ECS system because it's not as performant as I need it to be. I guess making the damage effect really isn't... I mean, all I'm doing is going to pass in the base damage, so that's not really that helpful, honestly. I think I'm just going to have apply damage effect. I forgot I had those other functions. And then source ability, that can maybe be something that's null pointer, so we'll put it at the end. F effect entity. I don't think I'm going to do that because I think I'm just going to pass in the F data table row handle. Yeah. I am literally rewriting gas. Yes, that is the intention. Entity, row handle, source entity, target entity, source ability. Okay. So give me the, where's the row handle? Effect row handle. And then source ability, owner entity is the source. And then oh, it's just target dot entity. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I guess the problem is with this damage, how am I, what was the hiccup? There's no hiccup. I'm just working. Oh, you mean like why wasn't it performant enough? It's just not performant enough, you know. The max I could get was maybe 200. I could get 200 entities in combat before the frame rate just dropped to 20 FPS. Because everything in gas has to run on the game thread rather than being able to be parallel processed like the rest of my ECS system. So it just didn't scale. You know, every gameplay effect execute was like 100 microseconds. Which, like, that's totally fine for most games, but like, when you times that by 1,000 entities, that literally cannot run on the game thread. That cannot entirely run on the game thread, right? Then there were also just like a bunch of timers for like the, you know, like periodic effects and stuff like that. Like, every entity had an ability system component on it, and every entity had like, you know, like food and sleep and regen health and regen mana, and, you know, all these kind of like periodic effects on them that would tick every so many frames, right? And then there'd just be a big block on the profiler, you know, in Unreal Insights for like the timer section, just calculating all the timers and potentially executing gameplay effects. And yeah, it just didn't scale. Have you considered not using native gameplay effects? Oh, well, I'm not using them anymore at all now. Instead, PDAs. You want me to use public displays of affection? I don't know if that's going to suit my needs for the gameplay system. What does PDAs actually stand for? I have no idea what that actually stands for. Why do you need to actually run those battles if they're not in the view of the player? Can't they just be simulated? How would you simulate them? The only difference is rendering, and yeah, they're not going to be rendered. Primary data assets. Why would I want to use a primary data asset? I would rather just use entity data for my ECS system that I wrote. It's going to be much more performant than a primary data asset ever could be. But anyways, what do I want to do with damage here? So I have apply effect to target. I'm using the effect row handle, which will have the ID on it. Yeah, so this ID is kind of annoying. I guess I'll need to create the context and apply it manually. Because you can utilize PDAs that are not loaded till they need to be. I mean, why does that make a difference? PDAs are just going to be heavier than a struct. Like, all I have are structs now. Like, it's all just very tight. Like, so let me back up. An ECS stands for Entity Component System. It's like a data-driven composition over inheritance type system that focuses on the principles of CPU cache locality. And so you need to make sure that you're using like structs, and you need to make sure that your structs for your components are very tightly compact, so that you can iterate over things very, very fast and get a very high level of cache locality. And so U objects are a no-no, because they would be very slow, because they would essentially be located somewhere else in memory rather than in line in the array that we're iterating over. And with cache locality, as you iterate over the array, if the elements are small enough, it'll grab extra data when it fetches from the RAM, which is basically like going to the grocery store, right? When you go to the grocery store, it takes a while. It's like, and when you bring it back, you put it in your pantry. The pantry is the L1, L2 cache, right? And so we want to grab memory from our L1, L2 cache from our pantry. And so if we make our structs very small for the entity data as we iterate over them, we can just fetch it from the pantry, which is so much like it's like 100 times faster than fetching it from RAM. So yeah, using U objects is not good. Because every time you use a U object, you'd have to go to the grocery store, which is very slow. So yeah, so I'm rewriting gas into my ECS system. I'm rewriting the Unreal Engine gameplay ability system into my ECS system. And it's quite nice already. Like, I already have some like really nice looking, like these are my effects, right? These are my effects. I have some of the same pieces of data. I still use gameplay tags and stuff like that. I have a duration data. This is my wait for regen mana. Last 10 seconds. It has an asset tag for wait for regen mana. Loose tags. Oh shit. I fucked that up. I need to fix that. Wait, it should be protected, not private. Yeah, I did fuck that up, didn't I? What is it? Gameplay, tags, entity data. Yeah, let's go over here. Yeah, I made that private. That should be protecty. That should be protected. And change that back to U property edit defaults only. And loose tags, we don't want that to be editable at all. Owner, entity, subsystem, these are public, but yeah, we don't want those to be editable. But anyways, yeah. So here's how I like build out, like a gameplay effect. They live as, this would technically be an instanced struct that lives on a data table. And then the data table row handle will be like the ID, or like what was previously like the class, And I have like apply additional effects. So like when this effect completes, it'll apply the regen mana effect, right? If it completes prematurely, it'll restart itself. Yeah, and then we have these tags here, target blocked tags. So like, it'll get blocked or removed when any of these tags go on the player. And then I have these processors that iterate over this and do all the calculation and stuff. So yeah, trying to go back and replace all my gameplay. So I'm still going to use gameplay abilities as U objects. That is going to be the one thing that I use for now. Which I know I just said U objects are the devil basically, but this is kind of like an intermediary solution, right? This is my gameplay ability base. Eventually I'll delete this part of it. I'm going to keep it around because it has some members on it that I still want to use. I'm not using any of the built-in functions at all anymore. Like, I have a my can activate ability that I'll be calling. And this will help me get rid of the ability system component. So I won't need to use that anymore. Yeah, so I think I need to put the effect ID on the context data here. Yeah, I think we need to. F name effect ID, and then that can every effect should have this context data on it essentially. effect ID, effect ID, effect ID. Yes. Okay. So let's make sure we're going to populate that. I wonder if I should mark this as deleted. Can I do that? Or is it going to get mad at me? It might be mad at me if I do that. And so with that being said, then we're going to change this like that. Effect row handle. This can then be F effect entity const F effect entity. The effect, we want to return the effect here now. And the context can be source entity. Yeah, we'll populate that in a second. It's a pointer. Okay. It is a pointer. So I don't want to edit that for sure. Okay. Is there any other get rows that can like return a No, there's not. Okay. Yeah, I need a copy of that. I'll just call that data table effect. We'll want to create a new one because I want to make sure I don't edit that one. So effect entity, just initialize that to that. Sure. Context equals effect entity, or what can I do here? What were the parameters here? Source entity. Source entity, which would come from sourceability, right? Draconin, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. We should have a F entity as the source entity. Source entity data effect row handle dot row name sourceability. Okay, so context. I could inline that, although that's gonna get kind of nasty. Can I? No, it doesn't like that. Kind of ugly anyway. We make base damage on there, but what we really want is like we want to get the effect entity's base damage and then edit it, I think. Call that damage effect row. Yeah, I would need to like find I would need to find the damage effect in here. So I just have to search through it. For each, I mean, maybe I should just write a little function for that just to make it nice. Yeah, let's just write like a little function here. Pool U damage effect. Let's say apply damage to damage effect. That's kind of a weird function name. It's kind of a weird function name. Med, welcome in. Good morning. I suppose we would just want F effect entity, and then float damage. Let's call this something like set damage on damage effect. that's fine. So we would want to for each effect entity. This is auto ref instance destruct. If instance destruct dot get mutable pointer for F damage effect data auto, is it a point? Do we get a pointer auto damage effect data on damage effect data? Damage effect data dot, I guess min and max damage will both be the same, and then we can return true there. If we hit it, we'll return false if we don't. Okay, I think that's good. Static, yes. Okay, so let's we'll do set damage on effect data. There we go. Return effect entity. Source ability, yeah, that could be null. So let's put that at the end. Yeah, yep. Okay, let's go over here. That's not the right one. Wait, didn't you just? Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna manually make this one. Okay, I just wanted to go equal null pointer here. Although this is gonna be used from blueprints, I suppose. Blueprint callable, blueprint pure, yeah, that's fine. So maybe I don't need that to be null pointer, but just in case I use it from elsewhere, we can do that. Okay, I'm gonna BRB real quick. Gotta take a quick hot break here. Give me a few minutes. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Apology. Okay. Let's continue with making damage effects. Damage effects. Effecty boys. Where were we? Yeah, so I need to get this applied. So I have these different, like, apply effect to target functions. And if I'm going to put the... I need to update these then, because the effect context... I'm just remaking the effect context here, basically. So, yeah, let's rewrite these a little bit. This one should just take in the context rather than source entity and effect ID. Hello, man. Welcome in, JD. Welcome in. Hope you're well. The source entity, get rid of that. What are you building? I am rewriting the gameplay ability system within Unreal Engine such that it will be more performant for me. So I have written my own ECS system. I would like that to be very efficient. Effect ID, yeah, that, let's actually, we're gonna delete this one. We don't want that anymore. And so we just want, can I just make an empty one? Yeah, I guess we can. I guess we can. And then target entity. This is, we're gonna make this targetable as well. Okay, we're just changing everything. We're just changing literally everything. Source ability, that should be on the context already. Effect entity, context data, target. And so target data, can I just do the initializer list with target? Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's so clean. Nice and clean. And so whatever effect, only 2 people watching. Well, I have 3 different streams, so there are more in the other streams. Effect entity. Target entity. Although I don't necessarily need a target. Well, yeah, I do. If I don't have a target, what are we doing? Huh? What are we doing? Well, that's target entity data. We want F targetable. Do I want to do a copy there? I don't know that we want to do the copy there, but we'll see. Change that declaration. So yeah, and then we want another one that creates the context. So yeah, this one should be basically that. God, okay, I have to figure out where all I'm using this at. Apply effect to target, the effect, owner entity, target entity. Effect row handle. I don't know what I want to do there yet. Apply cost. Yeah, I guess I do need one that takes in the ID as well. For this case where it's like... This case where the, it's a gameplay effect that's not in the database. Okay, so I want a const f effect entity pointer. Effect entity, let's go f name, entity ID, idizzle, context, I will create that within this one. Target, we can have a source ability as well. And we will do this one. So effect entity. We will need to, this is the one that's going to create the context. F context, effect data, context data, the owner entity, the source entity. Yeah, so we want that as well. Okay, so context data and target. Pass that in. Okay. Effect entity, apply to target. Okay, so we want to forward through the source entity, the row handle effect entity row handle dot row name there. Target entity, source ability. I just forward all of those. Okay, so I think this is what I want. Let's find out where I need to update these from. This is, okay, so we're going to pass in the effect row handle. Source entity. Okay, hang on, let's go in here. Where am I? I do have context data already here. Source entity, target entity. I guess I want another one. God, we're gonna have so many incarnations of this. I guess I need one where we already have the context to pass in, rather than, yeah, so it'll just basically be, we'll do this. Not parse params, I don't know what that is. Target entity, we don't need source ability or anything because it's all on the context already. So F context effect data. Context effect data. What app is that? You mean like the editor, the IDE? It is JetBrains Writer. Okay, so yeah, effect entity row handle, basically just do this, although we are going to do effect entity, context data, and target. Okay, targetable with target entity. Or do we have the targetable? I think we probably already have the targetable here. No, we just have target entity. Is that target entity data, target entity? Apply effect. Apply effect to target. This is really just spawning the effect. This is supposed to be spawning the effect, which is kind of disingenuous. The name is a little bit disingenuous. Because like this effect that we have here already has everything that we need. Like, I don't need to be adding stuff to it. Let's just make a spawn effect. It should already have everything we need. So back to the subsystem. I mean, can I just add entity? I guess that's, I made that, that's public, so. Oh, this is additional effects. Oh, right, okay. Okay, so the context does, okay, I'm dumb, god damn it. I was like, it already has the context and everything on it. It doesn't. It doesn't at all, actually. And the context data, we would want to copy that and create new context data and create a new target entity. So I was totally wrong about wanting a different one of that. We can just use the original one. Target entity, and then source ability, which we'll just forward through the source ability there. Wait, why are you not fine? This is const. What's this? Android? No, this is Unreal Engine C++. I know it looks like Android Studio, and that's because it's made by this is Writer by JetBrains, not Android Studio by JetBrains. Should I const cast that? And I guess it's because the context data is const, right? Okay. I mean, I could just as easily make that non-con. I think I'm just gonna const cast it, because it's not like I'm editing this at all. Should I ever edit that ability? If I just made that const, would that be fine? Context effect data. It is a const t-weak pointer. I mean, I guess I would need to make this part const. And then it would be fine? Yeah. I don't know. I feel weird about that, though. I'd rather just const cast it in that one spot. Const cast. My gameplay ability base. Oh, right, because you're a t-weak pointer, so... Oh, it was because it was a t-weak pointer. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, yeah, we can just dot get it there. I think that's fine. If the weak pointer doesn't have anything in it. I would like to go to the actual declaration, but we're just going to wait for that to blow up in our face. We'll see. Okay, show me more of these. Owner entity, target entity, that's good. Owner entity, target entity. Okay, that one needs work. Go to the, no, not that one. This one. Nope, not that one either. It reordered them. There we go. This is the one I want. Apply effect to target. We want, what do I have here? This is like when I want like the source ID and stuff like that, so. Owner entity, unique ID. So that we want target entity and source ability. Target entity is also owner entity, and source ability is this. Okay, so back to the damage effect. Back to the damage effect. So I need one Let me get back into what the hell I was doing here. So I have the make damage effect. Where we're setting the context and the target. I guess I don't need to add the context or target because I would just do that as a part of the application. So apply damage effect. This effect will be the damage effect. The pre-populated damage effect. Or maybe this one should have damage effect row on it. And then I would apply effect to target. And did I end up making one of these that just takes the effect entity? It takes a pointer. Okay, so I want one that takes in an effect. I think I just want to change this entity ID. I guess I do have the effect row there. I'm working on my AI. I'm not working on AI right now. I'm working on the game playability system rewrite. So I guess I would use this one. Yeah, I think I would use that one. So let me, where's my damage? Where's my damage effect thing? Yep. Pop that over there for a second so I can look at these signatures. So yeah, the effect entity being a pointer is a tad strange. So let's make that a ref. Now I am copying it, but abilities part of AI. I mean, AI can execute abilities, but it's like the gameplay part of it. So it's like players too. I don't know. I would consider the ability system separate from AI because this is not AI is the execution of actions, right? By NPCs. Change that to a ref. Do I need to make the copy here? I forget if I need to make the copy here. I guess we are getting a pointer to the data table row there, but like, let's just do this. And then this should probably make the copy. Don't know why that happened. Yeah, dereference it. There we go. Okay, I think that's better. Then we don't need to do that. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? Oh, because it's const, right? Okay. What game he making? I am making an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural destructible terrain and AI generated quests. I can show it here real quick. Turn off mob spawning because that is not going to work at the moment. We'll grab a random seed. 737. Hopefully this still works. There's a lot in progress at the moment. That's fine. We can skip. Here's my procedural terrain. So this is the world that the game will take place in. This is just one small section of the world. You know, every time you create a character, it'll make a new world for you. You know, seeded random, like something like Minecraft or Valheim. And we got the underground caves as well. I guess my player's not going to spawn now because I've messed everything up. So I would run around in the world a little bit, but yeah. We'll take a stroll through the forest. We got some mushrooms right there. Of course, we have other zones as well, separated by these mountains. Got little caves poking through. They can potentially lead into the other zones. Whoa. Whoa. Nice mountains here. But yeah, this is the procedural terrain. Here's the meadows biome. So we got the big trees here. Big trees got some hemp, some sunflowers. There's some flax around here somewhere as well. There's some flax. I'll just placeholder assets for now. I'll just placeholder assets. I'm working on rewriting the gameplay ability system now. Apply effect to target. Yeah, so effect entity there. Okay. And so in my damage effect, let's go back to the damage effect that we're working here. The effect entity we want to be, we're going to do effect entity, we want source entity. Excuse me. Source entity, we need entity ID as well. So that'll be damage effect row dot row name. Damage effect row name, target entity, source ability. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, make damage effect. Returns a new one. So that's fine. That's all well and good. Make it static. Okay. I think that's good. I think that's good. Let me go back through. Let me look at these guys real quick. I just want to make sure I'm not calling with the... I need to make sure I'm not calling... Yeah, here we go. So that's an issue. Get cost effect entity. This one... I would want to return a copy. I would want to return a copy here. Because we add things to it. So we don't want that to happen, yeah. Cost effect copy. We'll call it cost effect copy just so we're explicit about it. And I think that was the only thing we needed to check there. Effect entity, yeah, that's a copy. Effect row handle, yeah, anytime we're using a row handle, it's fine. Okay. Okay. So our damage effect, I think, is actually fine now. Because we were going through and updating all of our abilities here. So apply damage effect to component. I will want to rebuild. But I guess our new signature is going to be apply damage effect. We just have the... If we have a source ability, that's Poggers, right? I guess I need one that doesn't have... I need one that doesn't have the source ability on it. And takes in like an owner entity as well. But really, let's do like let's do one from the gameplay ability itself. So this is probably like deal damage is probably, yeah, deal damage to target. I think this should be F targetable. I actually kind of want to replace this. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Deal damage to target. Deal damage to current target. Should be deal damage. To target. Deal damage to target is just deal damage. Although, I don't know if deal damage to target and deal damage are any different now. Source component and target component. Don't need that. Don't need that. Let's go U damage effect. Or rather, I said I was going to make a new one. I think this is what I want to do. Yeah, just copy that back to my gameplay ability base. Yeah, just slap all that in there. This is calc base damage. Damage effect row. So this is damage effect row handle. Damage effect row handle. So this will be U damage effect. Make damage effect. Now, should I make it pass in whatever the damage effect handle is? Subsystem, entity, subsystem. Apply damage effect to target. And then this needs to take in a targetable. So maybe it is deal damage to target. How much to delete that whole code? However much you want to give me, man. I'll delete it and then just reload it from source code. From source. We have version control, my dude. It doesn't just go away. Targetable. Apply effect to target. Oh, I'm still doing target entity here. The chat on this side is so interesting. Yeah. It's a thing. It is a thing. Owner entity, source entity. This, it's just applying to self. It's just applying to self. I guess I can just like remake it. That's fine. Deal damage to target. Deal damage to current target. I call end there? I don't know if I want to call end there. Do auto. If target data or the target isn't valid, do nothing. And we'll deal damage to target passing in the current target. How long did it take you to understand code? I mean, that's not a binary outcome, right? It's not just you don't understand code or you do understand code. There's always going to be code that you don't understand. So, I can't answer the question. I cannot answer the question. And I think I need like a, can I just use ChatGPT? You can. You're not going to learn very much, but you can. Marcus, welcome in. Yep, every day you learn something new. Yeah, yeah. So it's not, you can't just like figure it all out, you know, in a certain amount of time. It's just about figuring out what you need to get what you want to do done. That's what it's about. So making the damage effect here. I guess I could have another one here for like passing in the which damage effect we want. Deal damage to target. I guess that could be what my deal damage is. You building game like Slay the Spire? No. No. What if I desire everything? Well, then you're gonna lead a very unhappy life, I suppose. Get damage. Where am I using that from? And choose ability. Ah, I see. Yeah, yeah. Hi, how many languages someone can learn in whole life in total? You're thinking about it the wrong way. It's not what it's about. What is bro doing? Why do you have a check mark on your name? What does that mean? Oh, it means you have like 200,000 subscribers. That's what that means. Okay. Oh man, you're fucking slinging shorts, huh? I see. I see. I'm rewriting the gameplay ability system in Unreal Engine. Which is it's a built-in Unreal Engine framework, and I'm rewriting it to be more performant and to work with my ECS system. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Well, that's a lot of subs. Can you share? Did you bring enough subs for the class? If you don't have enough for the class, you have to throw it away. He's wheeling and dealing in the dark arts, that's for sure. The forbidden technology. The forbidden tech. Let me go back and look here what I was doing. Okay, no help there. Is there ever an ability that would have its own damage effect row handle on it? That would want to execute a different damage? Go to, where's my Blizzard ability? I don't think so. You're building a game for like a client or your own? Oh, this is just free time hobby stuff. This is my own game. It's going to be an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural destructible terrain and AI generated quests. Here's my procedural terrain. So every seed would be different and unique and stuff. What game is this? Elden Ring? Yeah, no, it's not Elden Ring and it's not Slay the Spire. I know those are two games that also exist, but my game is not those two games. Yeah. It's a different game than those two. Yeah. But yeah, this is just a small section of the world. A little procedural terrain here. My character's not spawning right now because I've broken everything. Yeah, there's like little caves and stuff to go explore and whatnot. Little cave. Yeah. But yeah. Ah, world building like Tropico. also not like that. Y'all are just throwing out random games. I mean, like, is it this game? Is it this game? No, it's a different game than those that exist already. Okay, so I've replaced the implementation of those. Get damage is an interesting one. So we actually we make the damage spec and then get the damage, which is really just calc-based damage now. I've been working on this for about 3 years now. Approaching 3 years. So get damage now no longer needs a source or a target. Because it's just going to get set by color magnitude. Make damage spec is just going to... Oh, I guess it does do the damage calculation. Interesting. Okay, that's going to be interesting. So I can probably... Hopefully I will have rewritten my... I need to rewrite the damage processor already. But when I get there, I need to make it like a reusable function that I can call from here, essentially. So I can do ad hoc damage calculations from outside the processor. And I think that's fine. We'll leave get damage there for now. It's just for the AI deciding which... ability it should pick. So deal damage. That's just going to be deal damage to target. What used to be here? Just apply effect to component. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. Let's rebuild. I think I've got enough to start replacing some of the gameplay abilities. Okay, we've got 69 things to rebuild. Deal damage implementation. We overwrite it. Okay. Okay. What else is broken? Deal damage. Okay, so we do call deal damage quite a bit. That should probably just be deal damage to current target, right? Let me read again what this was. What this used to be. So yeah, we used to pass in like the current target and stuff. So this should be 2 targets, and then we should pass in. We should make the targetable from. So we should do something like this. Entity interface. No, impacted with entity interface. Get entity. There we go. That's kind of what we should do there. That is kind of what we should do there. Can hit. Why is this a ref? Is that necessary? I don't think so. Okay. Do you make this under a studio name, or this is just a hobby time, free time project? This is just for funsies. Ranged ability, deal damage. Yeah, so I think I'm getting rid of the deal damage function, and instead a deal damage to target should be, the weapon thing should do that, I think. I guess I'll keep it here for now. I don't know why I'm overriding that. That seems to have been the same as what it was before in the super class. This is Unreal Engine C++. Okay, so we're rebuilding now. Hopefully I can start to replace some of my gameplay abilities here. And let me look at the, I guess the my weapon was the, not my weapon, weapon ability was the one that actually has the overridden deal damage implementation, which I should probably just override deal damage to target. To check if it can hit the target. Deal damage to target. If we don't have an owner entity, if we can't hit the target, yeah, all that stuff, all that stuff. Okay. One more time. One more time. Okay. Welcome in, though, everyone. Hope you're having a good Monday so far. Some of you may be already into Tuesday, depending on where you are in the world. Which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Is this Kenshi? That's funny. Okay, come on now. Yay, we've booted. Now we get to refactor everything. Source component, yeah, so we no longer have deal damage. We're going to deal damage. Oh my god, it's not showing up. Oh my god, I hate myself. Is deal damage to target not blueprint callable? Oh my god, I hate myself. It is. It is. Cast spell. Why can't I? Oh, I have to like do it. Oh yeah, deal damage to target. There we go. Yeah, there we go. This actually gets more simple. This gets more simpler. Get heal target. Now that is... I need to replace that, don't I? Yes, I do. Get heal target. Yeah, I need to replace this. Let's turn this into a... This needs to be like a... Yeah, let's put this into ability utils. Get current target. So U function, blueprint callable, blueprint pure. Blueprint pure, category, sure, entity, type ability is I guess what we're doing. Just let the AI take the reins on that one. So F targetable, get heal RJ. Supposedly, I guess we would take a source object. I guess we would take a source object, entity context object. I think. So we would have get heal target. Let me look at the old one. I'm just going to copy pasta all of that. Entity context object, get world. Get the entity subsystem. Entity subsystem, I need the entity. So we would go auto entity interface. Yes, entity interface, get entity. So if we don't have either of those, return early. We can get rid of the namespace, entity context object, forward that. Is target alive? Now that's one that we need to update, don't we? Yep. Okay, let's just do this. Entity. Make this a little prettier. Make that a little prettier. Owner, actor. Get actor location. Well, I can just do targetable if entity location. Yeah, so we have that built in to the targetable now, or I can just call update location and it will do it. Self dot update location entity subsystem. Or target is not alive. So I guess I can write that now too. God, just so many side quests we have to go on to get all this stuff ironed out. So the dater, I need to add health is going to be special. Well, maybe I should just check for the tags. Maybe I should just check for the tags. So I can either check for a dead tag, or I can check for dead is going to be important. Yeah. Yeah, let's add a dead tag. File dead entity tag. Pragma once, include dead entity tag. F dead entity tag. And it's going to do literally nothing. It is going to do literally nothing. Except to denote that it's dead. Okay, so the is entity is target alive. We can change to something like is entity alive or is dead or something. So maybe we'll just do something like U function, blueprint callable, blueprint pure, static bool is entity alive. Alice. Is entity Alice? Yeah, that's a great question. Subsystem, get the interface. Is entity alive? Yeah, we can have multiple ones of these, I suppose. So one for the entity, the subsystem. State data. No, we want dead tag. So if it has F dead entity tag on it. Return not dead tag. And you're mad because why? Oh yeah, because it's like the same. Yeah, let's just return this. Is entity, we'll change that slightly. Is entity dead? There we go. Now we have the two blueprintable ones. Okay. Or is entity dead? Target dot entity, right? Current target dot entity and subsystem. And usually I put the subsystem first, so I'm gonna change that. Usually I put the subsystem first. Entity subsystem. Okay. Swap that around here too. Is C++ better for you than blueprints? Yes. I'm more used to writing code than working with noodles. I do like having the option to use blueprints. But yeah, especially for doing very performant things, you know, ECS, gameplay ability, like creating the base for gameplay abilities is going to be nice too. I guess I can just do that. Even better. Should it return? It should probably return alive. If there is no entity, would you say that entity is alive? Where can I learn all this stuff from? I'm a web dev. You can learn it from Google. Same place you learned all your web dev stuff from, I presume. Start Googling. Okay, I think we're good there. So we've rewritten the git heal target. Dare I rebuild this? I'm daring. I am daring. 19 actions. Okay, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so hopefully implicit conversion, possible information loss. Yeah, I want that shit though. Does C++ have the bang bang? Does it have bang bang? Who knows about the bang bang? Who knows about this? That you convert something to a Boolean. like explicitly, without having to do like a cast. There you go. Yeah, because the first one says not, you know, is this a null pointer, right? Or and then the other one's like, is this not a null pointer? You know, bang bang. That's what they call it. What do you think? How much time will it take to be equivalent to you? I can't answer that for you. I don't know you. I don't know what you know. I don't know how fast you learn. I don't know, like, you shouldn't, you know, there's no answer to these questions. How fast? How much? You know, what do I, like, there's no answer to these questions. You just gotta do what you want to do. Hit heal target for, yeah, I guess we can use the owning ability as the, yeah, as the, entity context object. Thanks for the subs, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Owning ability, get skeletal mesh component from actor info. I wrote my own get skeletal mesh component, didn't I? Get skeletal mesh. I thought I did, at least. Maybe I didn't make it blueprint callable, and I guess I need to now. Yeah, I do have it. So yeah, let's make that blueprint callable, blueprint pure. Yeah. So throw that on there. I gotta keep rebuilding. Maybe I should have done a full audit of what I needed. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, my gameplay. Did you guys see that? 58 actions started. Oh man. My gameplay ability base is just all over my code in a not very decoupled way, such that changing the header file made me rebuild 58 things. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Okay, we're halfway there. We're halfway there. Oh, I regret everything. I regret everything. Okay, note to self, the gameplay ability base is a file that should rarely be touched if we can avoid it. We can avoid it. But welcome in, everyone. So I'm working on it's an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite combo. I'm thinking something like Vanilla WoW plus something like RimWorld plus something like Hades. Not making an MMO by any means. I do want it to be multiplayer though. It'll be multiplayer in the sense of like how Minecraft is multiplayer, right? So you can create a world and you can, like, you know, start a server and invite your friends and stuff. It'll have procedural terrain, just like Minecraft is well seated. Not like Minecraft, it's not voxelized. More realistic looking terrain. And it'll be a colony simulator, so you'll run around the world. You can build colonies and interact with other colonies and stuff like that. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Okay, so now I can get skeletal mesh component. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Target, owning ability, get heal target. So the target is the ability system component. Oof. Yeah, I may need some more functions. So target root component. I need to, so from this targetable, let's just break that. So we have the entity here. I wonder if I could just use the location. Is it still bare bones or does it have some playability already? Somewhere in between. There's no like game loop, but well, right now it's completely broken. So, but I did have abilities. I did have You know, I had a full hotbar worth of abilities. I have a building system. You can chop down trees and get wood. You can spend the wood to build things. You can recruit colonists and make them build things. You can make them forage for you. So there's a little bit in. There's a little bit in already. Is it going to be open source? No, I don't think that there are games that are open source. That's not a very common thing. So no, I'm not just gonna open source my game for free when I've spent years and years and years making it. If it ever gets to the point where I can release it. So the owner, yeah, the actor, the root component, spawn sound attached. Yeah, so I need to do a whole... I don't really care if the sound is attached. Actually, I kind of do. But I need to do a whole pass on sound and how that follows entities around. Okay, that did not save. Silly Unreal Engine, just always not saving things. Even though I've clicked saved 1,000 times. Okay, yeah, so what do I want to attach to here? I could just get the... I guess I could write another function, right? Like get skeletal mesh from target or something. Let's just do it by location for now. Just so I can move forward here. Yeah, we'll just do it based on location. So it's going to be a little haggard. And let's hang on. Let's promote this to a variable. Recombine. Promote to variable target. I call it heal target. So heal target. Throw that in there, and then we want to spawn emitter at location. Pooling method, I guess I just have none on everything. Okay. Location. Boom. Boom. And we can just use the heal target. Boom. Everything is getting so much simpler now that I'm not using gas. It's so crazy. It's so fucking crazy. Yeah, cast audio. Okay. Huh? Can't parse default value none. What? What are you saying? Can't parse a default value none. Okay, yeah, I was like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, we're good now. Just blueprint shenanigans at its finest. Okay, so I think that file is good. That was just the heal effect. I am not using Linux now. Yeah, the Zelda songs are great. Yeah, love the lo-fi Zelda vibes. Deal damage to... Oh, this is hit result, so we want to deal damage to target, which would be on the hit result. Is this my hit result? It is my hit result, so... yeah, we can just throw that over there. Deal damage to current target. Source ability is self, but yeah, that can just, it's already self. Dude, look how much easier this is now. So many less parameters and everything. Okay, so this is for the Blizzard ability, and so the effect is to apply gameplay effect to target. A gameplay effect to target. Can I just get the hit component? No, because then that's going to be like... the component would probably be the ISMC if I did that. I just have to do spawn emitter at location, don't I? Yeah, am I gonna... spawn emitter at location. Yeah, we just have to change all of them, I think, for now. Until I get to a better place. And so hit result, though, this can be kind of interesting because now what we're actually going to spawn it at probably the impact point, which could be cool as well. This is for impact particles anyway, so maybe that's just a better way to do it altogether. But applying the slow effect. Get entity subsystem. Apply. Oh, they're not blueprintable. Fuck. RIP. I could make some statics for it. Some blueprint statics. I'm also realizing that I have no way to pass in the level either. That should probably be on the context as well. That should probably be on the context as well. Okay, we've hit another one that we need to rebuild for. I kind of want to make some statics for applying... effects. So we could do U function blueprint callable. Blueprint should not be pure. Static. What do you return? You return the active gameplay effect handle, which I don't really have anything that represents that. So we want a world context object. I essentially just need to wrap these, right? Which is kind of annoying. Wait, why are you guys all cattywampus here? You should all be good. Kefmo, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I guess I would want to, if I'm doing it from in here, I probably need the row handle. Source entity, target entity. I probably also want I would probably require the source ability too. for contextual reasons, but the ability level, I guess that's just on the ability. That's just on the ability. Yeah, we can just put that on the ability. I guess I don't really need to store that in entity data yet until I replace gameplay abilities. Apply effect to target. Okay, so I think I want, let's just do the bare minimum here, which is source ability target entity. Which makes me feel like this should maybe just be on the ability itself rather than a static. Because that will allow it to be null. Yeah, we should put this on the ability. And I said I shouldn't touch the ability. I said I shouldn't touch the ability as much as possible. But we're going to fucking do it again, I suppose. So we need apply effect to target. World context. I guess I don't need the world context object because this is the world context object now. You're rewriting the entire gameplay ability system, including tags. Including tags in that I am using tags. I'm not like making a new gameplay tag type. That part's not necessary. I am rewriting gas in that I'm writing it to work within my ECS system that I wrote. So I'm getting rid of the U gameplay effect and I'm replacing it with entities like entity data, entity components, if you're familiar with an ECS, so that it's much more efficient. Yeah, I guess just apply effect to target if we would want to. I guess we already have the entity subsystem on here too. So we can just apply effect to target, effect entity row handle, target entity, owner entity, and then this, right? That's the SIGI. Oh, I flipped them, yeah. Whoops. Source entity, oh yeah, I said it was static. Stop that. No static here. There we go. I guess it returns a Boolean. But yeah, I guess that's like the bare minimum for the ability. Applying a ad hoc effect. Deal damage to target. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's plow ahead. I will be back for that. I will be back. Frost Nova, I'm gonna do a little bit more refactoring. Apply damage. Why? Oh no, I guess I'm saying deal damage to target, and we would want to break the hit results for the targetable that hopefully should be populated on there, fingers crossed. Wire that back up. Yeah, and then all the rest of this is just already baked in, which is great. It's like so much simpler. So much simpler. And yeah, make outgoing gameplay effect, and we'll need to rewrite that as well. Let's go to, well, I never looked at the event graph here. Yeah, so this is, we want to do the my activate ability. No, not that. Not that. No, I did the wrong one again. It's the event. Yes. Get avatar actor from actor info. I guess I need like an is player. I should probably just go into entity utils. I need like an is player. And I guess it could be get player data. So I'm getting the player controller. Yeah, so this should probably just be static F player entity data. Can I forward declare that maybe? It's not supported by Blueprint. Because it's a weak object pointer. Okay. So we just have to return my project character. Damn. That feels shitty. That does feel shitty. Okay. We're just gonna have to type it out ourselves, I guess. Don't you have a clean parent to the character? No. I haven't touched my player class in like 2 years, where I just kind of shoehorned everything in there. So yeah, it's called my project character still. Like I shouldn't be calling it that. I should just be calling it player character. Yeah, that needs to be refactored as well. And this is why my compile times are so slow. Anyways, auto player data. Oh yeah, I do need to do can I just return get? Oh, we'll do it as valid for get player entity data. So yeah, if that just exists, then we know. Because I'll need to get the player controller there anyway, so we'll do that. Let's see, what else do I need to get here? Get ability level. What do you use? Oh, of course you use the ability system component. Okay, so I need to rewrite that. Okay, let's make a get ability level function. Bool get ability, no, not bool, int 32, get ability level, just return. And we'll just keep, it'll need to be called my get ability level. And then I'll just keep an int on here. Right now I don't even have more than one level for abilities, so it's not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. That should be like, that should come through in some other way that's not on the CDO, so I'm not going to make that a U property. We will make it public though. Well, private? No, because we'll need to set it, and so just leave it like that. Just leave it there. Okay, so we need to replace the get ability level. And that returned an int 32 and it's const. Okay, that looks good. It was blueprint callable, blueprint pure. Yes, okay. Spawn AoE target reticle owner barely knower. Okay. Targeting confirmed. Add loose gameplay tags. Stop move velocity. I think I have one of these. Don't I have one of these that's not an actor? No, no I don't. So that's gonna need to be rewritten as well. Oh, there's so much to replace in every single one of these. Okay, that just does that. Yeah, activating these abilities is going to be not very efficient. Get entities within radius. Oof. Yeah, I need to rewrite that to take in ignored entities now. Welcome into everyone. I'll show the world here for a second. I'm working on an RPG, Colony Sim Roguelite, with procedural destructible terrain and AI-generated quest. And this is a terrible seed to show because it's entirely flat. I spawned in the middle of the ocean. I have my cursor back, please. Thank you. Try a different one. 739. So my ocean is just completely flat at the moment. Okay, here's the procedural terrain. Kind of a boring seed, this one. It's basically only one zone here at the start. Everything is like broken at the moment, so my character never spawns. Because I'm working on replacing the gameplay ability system within Unreal Engine. Yeah, we got, these are all just placeholder assets. These are all just like free assets that I picked up over the years, you know? But we've got some underground caves and stuff like that. So that's like one random seed. I'd love to show the world map too, but I can't because my player doesn't spawn. There's a better, I mean, the terrain is still just the flat terrain that I have, so that's kind of a boring one as well. It's supposed to be like my kind of flat to meadow-y, plainsy type terrain noise. It's spawning very slow as well. It usually doesn't take that long. Here we go. So just show a few seeds. Yeah, it's gonna be something like something along the lines of like vanilla WoW classes in combat, plus RimWorld, Colony Sim, plus Hades, Roguelite. Oh, I spawned in a really weird way. Well, I don't know why that happened. Like I said, everything's broken at the moment. Thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Here's a little bit more interesting terrain. My mountains are very bumpy here. I guess this is ocean, so this is supposed to be ocean. That's why it's just all flat. And so my plan is to like run the entire world, so that your colony is always running, regardless of if you're there or whether you're exploring the world or whatnot. There's a nice looking seed. Look at that one. And other colonies are running as well. And hopefully that makes the world feel like super alive and stuff like that, but that has a lot of technical challenges, especially when combined with procedural terrain here. And so I will need to, I've written my own ECS system, and I'll need to like run all the entities on like background threads and stuff like that when you're not around. Of course, they won't be rendered or anything, but I'll still be like running them, simulating them. But the actual thing, not like, oh, you sent 4 guys to the forest to chop wood, so that means 40 wood per hour. Or, you know, I want them to actually have to run to the forest, chop the wood, and bring it back to the colony, whether you're there or not. And if there's some bandits or wolves in the forest, they will get attacked by that. So you'll want to make sure that they're well equipped, they have gear, you know, they're leveled up, they'll have their own levels, they'll have their own stats and skills and stuff like that. Potentially their own classes. Potentially their own classes. And we'll have, it'll be destructible terrain, so they'll be able to dig. You should put a seed size adjustment. What do you mean? What do you mean size adjustment? I have a seed. I can put a seed in. And I have parameters to adjust pretty much everything about the terrain. I don't generate the entire world because it's slow and expensive. I only generate a small radius around the starting location at first, if that's what you're referring to. Can you explain ECS? Is it a sub-branch of OOP or a different style? It's composition over inheritance, so it's a different style of things. It's a system more than a discipline. Like OOP is like a style of writing code. And ECS, it stands for Entity Component System. And it's a composition over inheritance. It's like a data-driven type system that focuses on cache locality for performance. And so it can be really efficient and run thousands and thousands and thousands of entities if you make your entity data nice and compact and small and contiguous arrays, right? So anytime your processor accesses memory, it has to go to the RAM, all the way over to the RAM, grab the memory and bring it over to the processor's cache, which is like your L1, L2 cache. Reading memory from the L1, L2 cache is like infinitely faster than getting it from RAM. And so whenever your processor goes and gets memory from RAM, it actually grabs more than it needs. It'll grab a whole cache line, which I think is 64 bytes. I think it depends on your processor though. It'll grab all the memory that's next to it. And so if you're iterating over these arrays of tightly packed data, it'll actually grab the next information that you need anyway. So that's a good thing. And that's how the ECS does things very efficiently. So you're just trying to make sure that there are no cache misses, or as little as possible. So when you generate the world seed, you can have a very small world or a larger world than usual. I mean, the world has a fixed size. It's like 15 kilometers large. But what we see here is just the display radius. So there's more world that exists than just this. It's much, much bigger than this. It's like 20 times, it's like 20, 30 times bigger than this. And this is just what's rendered. This is just like the render radius. And currently what I'm working on is rewriting the gameplay ability system, which is a built-in Unreal Engine framework, which is really nice. It's a really nice system, and it has a lot of built-in niceties. You know, as with any Unreal Engine system, it has some upfront learning curve. But once you learn it, it's very nice. But I was seeing gameplay effects take like 100 microseconds to execute, and that's just too slow when you multiply it by thousands. It's totally fine for most games. So yeah, that's a little bit about the game. I would love to show more, but my character is not working at the moment because we are rewriting the gameplay ability system. So let's continue moving on through here. So I need to keep like replacing everything with like my activate ability. And what is in the parent my activate ability? What did I put there? I forgot. Yeah, I should always call that. We should always call that. Okay, so let's just go through, and I guess let's go through and replace all of the activate abilities here. The new function. EP ranged ability, that one's already changed. That one's already changed. This one, change that one. Blizzard cleave. Let's do, that's the effect. That's the wrong one. Activate ability. There we go. Cleave, dot ability. Fireball. That one, I don't think, yeah, that one is just parented. Okay, Frost Nova's good. Heal. What is compiler results? Where can I start to make my own games? Probably just at any computer is probably where you would want to start. This one doesn't have one. Overridden. Power shot. Yeah. Get ability anim. Okay, that one doesn't do anything. So I think that replaced all of the... Let's close some of these. Projectile ability. Let's do end ability now. Gotta replace it with the new functions. Fire starter is an effect. We're not worried about that at the moment. I mean, which programming language do I need to know? Which engine are you gonna use? I don't know which engine you're gonna use. That would tell you which programming language you would need to know. Fireball ability, that's good. End ability, there we go. I need to pass that through. Oof, I probably... Was there anywhere else that I needed to do that I missed? Let me see. That is fine. That is fine. That is fine. What does that even mean? Diesel engine? Well, if you don't know what a game engine means, I would suggest Googling game engines so that you can learn more about how game development works. What I would type in, what game engines are there? What are the most popular game engines? I would start from there if I were you. Okay, where's this compile error at? What are we doing here? Build building connection with value and return value are incompatible. Can I just refresh? No, I can't. What about a game like Skyrim? What is that made on? That is a proprietary engine. That is Bethesda's proprietary engine. Is it Godot? This is not Godot. This is Unreal Engine. Oh, so you have heard of game engines. Yeah, well, there you go. Now, just gotta look into it. Figure out which one you want to use. Yeah, what are you saying to me right now? With value. What is value? Return value is an object type and value is a reference to an object instance. Self get class. Ugh. Oh, did we just want to do that? Yeah, I think that was probably the issue. That was the issue. There we go. I need to replace that anyway, though. Okay, but we replaced all of, I think, the end abilities. I think. Yeah, I think we're good. So let's just start going through and fixing these. Okay. All right. Get entity, location, projectile class, self, attached to socket. That actually all looks good. Now the instigator component on the cast projectile. Let me go to cast projectile. Okay. Instigator. So I suppose I just use source ability now for the context. Is a valid collision with another actor. So I guess I would need to... What's the easiest one to pick up on, and what's the one I can make a game fast, simple game? I mean, if you're trying to do this quick and easy and get a quick fix, you're not going to make it. I'll be honest with you. Like, game dev is hard, and it takes a long time. You can make small games. You can make small, simple games, but that kind of mindset is not going to get you very far, I'll say. Like, you need to... The best tool that you will be able to have is figuring out the answers to your... Like, asking the right questions and being able to find answers to your questions. So you could literally type that in. Type what you typed in to this live chat and type it into Google, and you will probably get a plethora of resources to look at as to what the different engines offer you. And depending on what kind of idea you have, you can pick the right engine for that idea. I will say, though, the Unreal Engine is known for being a little more difficult to get into. But anyways, is a valid collision. So I guess we would just want to... Let me actually find out where this is called from. Is valid collision. That's probably called from somewhere in here, I hope. I need something where I can get small wins fast so I don't lose motivation. Oh, it's not used. Interesting. Delete, Lynn? I'll delete it then. On impact, impacted with. Oh, I guess I just folded it into here, probably. The point I'm trying to make, though, Malakath, is that no one can tell you what's best for you, right? Like, that's something that you got to find out on your own. And Ilias gave you 3 engines: Unreal, Unity, and Godot, which I would agree are the most popular. So I would look into each one of those. And if you're looking for something that's quick and easy to get into, Unreal Engine is not going to be the answer. But I would encourage you to do the research on your own so that you can figure out the best solution for you, or the best choice for you, rather than relying on what other people tell you. And then that way, you'll also be able to find answers for yourself faster. But impacting, deal damage to target. This is nice. This can still work. Impacted with, on impact implementation, get target actor. Is this the only place it's called from? No, it's implemented into blueprints. So let's look at those. Impacted with, get component. Try get entity logo. So it's just an entity context. It's just an entity context actor. So, and then this one is like a get component by class. I could do the proxy actor, but like, I may as well just I think it should just be an entity. Yeah, I think that should maybe just be an entity. And then if I wanted to get a component from the entity, I would just need to grab the... I would need to, I guess, make a function for it. Let's make a get... Let's make an entity utils function for getting the mob audio component, which feels weird, but we need it. And we should do that from an entity context object. I wonder if I should pass the entity interface. Would that work? I guess we have the targetable. Maybe we should just do targetable. Yeah, maybe I should give it the targetable. I mean, all that is, though, is an entity and a location, so I might as well just fucking... Although having the location, the impact location could be nice, but I don't use it for anything now, so... On impact. Maybe I should just have a little container for entity context. It's literally just a U object. Because otherwise I'm gonna have to write a function that takes in like a world context or something, which I can do. I guess let's do that then. Proxy actor entity data. Proxy actor. Get component by class. U mob audio component. Okay, write that real quick. We'll need another one, which is super annoying. Give me another one. We have the entity context one, and then we'll have a world context object and an entity. Make sure the world context is populated. Why are you mad? Of course, because they're the same name. Get mob audio component from entity. Okay. Auto subsystem. Git yeah, I forgot we have the git proxy actor. I forgot we had that. The git proxy actor. Otherwise, return null pointer. Great. Okay, let's also use the... Probably also do this. And so let's just return... Yeah, get entity interface. A static for this could be nice, actually. A can you have static functions on here? That could be nice. Get entity static. I like that. I like that. I do that check a lot in a lot of places, so being able to reuse that should be nice. Okay, but I have a get mob audio from entity, so let's change impacted with to return and f entity impacted with entity. I think that can be const ref. And then let's go to the implementation here. There we go. Impacted with. Now we can just do dot entity, target dot entity. Good. Good, good, good. We can finally get rid of instigator component. We don't need you anymore. Friendship ended with instigator component. Now impacted with entities, my friend. Impacted with actors. I suppose that needs to be entities now. That should probably be a T set, right? Impacted with entities. Impacted with entities contains impacted with entity. Add it. Entity interface. Yeah, so I can't do that anymore, nor do I need to, because I can just pass that in. Oh, everything's getting so much simpler. Yes. Good, good. Okay, so we got rid of instigator component. What was the whole reason for doing that? Basically just this part. Spawn. Okay, so the caster now. Cast projectile spawn. We pass in an actor for the caster. But I guess we would have the source ability, right? Which should have the caster on it. At least I would hope. So I think maybe we just delete this. Although, oh my god, it's got 15 blueprint usages. It's not implemented in blueprints, though. What about cast spell? Also not implemented in blueprint. So I think we need to get rid of caster for both of those and then just rely on the source ability. So auto skelly mesh equals source ability get skeletal mesh component. Do I want to check if source ability is valid? Let's just say if it's not valid, let's do nothing. Just to get it out of the way. And then we can just inline that. Okay, source ability, entity interface. Yeah. Maybe let's we'll do an else here, and then let's use that F entity get entity static. Wait, why don't I need to qualify that? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I just don't understand. Get the attached data and the avatar data. Add entity, actor, attachment. Good. Good. Caster should be source ability. Again, if we don't have the source ability, just return. And then these will be source ability, owner entity. So this will need to be the entity utils get player entity data, passing in source ability. So if we have that player data, there it is. Nice. Which maybe I should rename. Rename that to get entity player character. No core redirect needed for now. Entity interface, we can do that. And again, we can do the static, which is really nice. Getting so much simpler. Oh, this is so satisfying. This is so satisfying. Try get entity location. Which I can just do source ability. I guess I don't use I don't use any of this anymore though. So let's just comment that out for now. Okay, what else? What else? Spawn. Ah, entity avatar change implementation. So I recall the spawn. And so I think maybe, I guess if everything is based off of the source entity now though, it's not going to need to change. I don't attach it or anything. I was calling detach from actor. I don't attach it anymore though. We're just setting transform. Well, I attach it with entity data, not. I don't know what's gonna happen there. We'll leave that there for now, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. Decrement equipped ammo. What is this? On an actor. Do I just pass? Do I just pass get proxy actor there? Can I do get proxy actor? Yeah, I can. I could use that as a shoehorn. I'd rather do the least amount of lookups necessary though. Maybe that's one case where I would want to do it. What else do I need to replace? Ability level, we've got that replaced. Handle hit. Make outgo. We do have one for applying to a particular target, just an ad hoc. Yeah. So we've got one built for that case. Oh, removing loose gameplay tags. Add and remove loose gameplay tags. So yeah, we want that. We want some functions for that too. Entity ability, what was it? Ability utils, yeah. Ability utils. So I guess just add, remove loose gameplay tags. Blueprint callable. I don't want pure. Static. Void add loose tags. Do I need tags? Or tag? I guess it all requires a gameplay tag container anyway. Might as well just maintain that functionality. Do I have any experience with first person on UE5? I have not worked with first person, no. Add loose tags to entity. Make a remove one as well. Remove loose tags from entity. So auto entity system. Auto applied tags data. Oh, the AI is nailing it. Oh, no, we don't want to add. We don't want to add. Applied tags data dot add loose tag. Oh, I guess I don't have one for like multiple. Void add loose tags. There we go. Append tags. Well, I mean, fine. That's fine. If it's empty, we don't want to queue up a... We don't want to queue up an update. Yeah, skip it if it's empty. Okay, so we have those functions now. Tags. Okay. We have the add and remove loose tags now. There is a pinned comment right above the chat box. It says UE5 C++. So it is UE5 C++. I guess these stop move a lot. Let me take a look at that again. I guess I do have a stop entity velocity, but that's not going to work. The player has a completely different move system. Remove the moving tag immediately. This should be tags from, so U ability utils, remove loose tags from entity, giving it the actor as the entity. Yeah, there we go. Can I not do it like that? Okay. I think that's probably all we need to do there. Okay, anything else? That we can replace right now? Start cast ability, which just goes into there. Oh yeah, I need a remove active effects with tags. I need to replace that too. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be an important one. It shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad though. Get owning actor from actor info. That'll be replaced with the get player data one. Start cast bar. Yeah, I have that information too. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna file save everything, shut it down. We need to rebuild because we've added a bunch of new functions. We have added like a ton of new functions. So let's rebuild so we can use those. Oh boy. Declaration of tags. Right. Okay, let's try that again. Try that again. Okay, so I am approaching the end of the stream for this morning. I do have to go to work. I would really like to get all my gameplay abilities transitioned though. Work, big sad, yeah. Big sad indeed. Very much not looking forward to work today for some. I guess it's just Monday. It's just the Monday feeling. I just had two like nice big long streams, nice days where I could just do game dev all day, and then I have to go back to work. This is going so slow. This is going so slow. Who is streaming? Zed doing some game dev, Aposdian, Derpy as well. It's about the speed you get when you compile. Yeah, well, I feel like I need to go through and just like really audit my imports and stuff. Because rebuilding that many things is just straight up not necessary. Okay, spawn actor, projectile class, location, spawn, that's a C++ function, target, get heal target, we can just do that. Instead, do ba 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 boo boo boo. Learning gas right now, it's amazing. Yeah, it's a really nice system once you get the hang of it. It is a bit of a learning curve. I'm finding though that my systems are becoming much simpler because I just don't have to do the boilerplate. So much of the boilerplate. Let me make sure. Did I pass in self? Another one? I did. Okay. Get or equipped. Get or equip ranged ammo. That is on the equipment component. Which I suppose I already set at by this. Oh, there's more here. Ah, yes. Get equipment component. Why is apply? I want, like, if I type in self, I don't want apply mesh self union. I never want that. Get mob audio. Wait, I thought I wrote that function. Get mob. Oh, I didn't make it static. Oh, I hate myself. Okay. We should not need instigator component. Delete. That looks good. That looks good. Spawn, play random sound. That looks good. Get current targets. ChatGPT tells me that if I combine mass with gas, I will get a gassive system. Did it actually say that? You'll have the most gaseous system possible. Extra gassy. Okay, I think we're good there, other than that one function. Yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Impacted with entity. I guess I did want the location there. But this is much more modular here. Chanel, welcome in. I was curious what it would tell me if I asked about using gas with mass. It did not disappoint. I mean, I think there's, because there is the gameplay. Actually, I don't know if there is. I know that there's a mass gameplay plugin that goes along with mass. But I don't know if there's actually built-in functions for, like, ability stuff, ability shenanigans. Yeah, this is just delete that, I guess, for now. Get we need to do my get ability level instead. Let's just do get self here. It's not an actor, so never. I can't even. I just like get proxy actor. I don't know. That should probably be changed. That should probably be changed. If I ever finish my over-engineered inventory system, maybe I'll play around with mass. Yeah, you'll have to let me know how much success you have. I did do some with it, and I was able to get success with it, but then it was just like trying to get it to do what I wanted. Became increasingly difficult the more I did. Player entity, get entity, player character. What am I up to? I am rewriting the gameplay ability system within Unreal Engine. I hate that this is actually going to do it twice. Oh, I hate having to do this thing right here. Because then it gets the same data twice, which is annoying. can't wait for this whole ability refactor to be worse performing. Oh, that's gonna be such a fun day for me. Gonna subscribe? Well, thank you for the sub. Welcome. I should. Let's promote this to a variable. Yeah, I should. That way we don't just re-get it a bunch of times. Boom. Boom. Owner, I don't even know. I don't need that, actually. I don't need that. Get AoE targets. Empty. Nice. Nice. Aha, here. So we can apply effect to target here. Target entity is... We're just going to do the same one. Wait, what? Oh, it's an entity. Oh, it makes the targetable. I wrote that differently. But that's fine. That's fine. We can just do that. That's fine. And then the entity effect row hand. Wait, why can't I? Can I make? I have to make a data table row handle. That's not what I thought this would look like. So I don't get the nice selector that's like built in. Oh, well, that's lame. I wanted the nice little selector that's like built in and stuff. I guess I would have to do something like this. This is a Blizzard slow effect. I would have to do this, right? Data table row handle. Yeah, and then compile, save, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, but it'd be nice if that was just like built in here. I don't have the effect yet, so getting the ability level, yeah, applying it to the effect. Yeah, we may need to add that in later, but levels mean nothing at the moment. Look how nice that looks. It looks so nice. Event graph. What else do we have? Add loose gameplay tags. Yes. Add loose gameplay tags to entity. A reference to self. Put that in there. Go boop. There we go. Stop, move, velocity. Hit proxy actor, I guess. Can you split the effect entity row handle pin? Well, I think that would just do the same thing as doing the make. Where was that? Let me see. Oh god, what have I done? Yeah, it's just like the raw F name. I wanted the like little drop down that you get, you know what I mean? That like pre-populates all the names. You know, like you go here and then see all the names are there. I wanted that. Yeah. Slightly annoying, but it still works. Was I still working on Blizzard? I don't know that I finished that. I didn't. Skeletal mesh component, start cast ability. Get entities within radius. This. Handle target hits, which I already did. Okay, so Blizzard is done, I think. What was, it was the mob audio component that wasn't fixed. Slightly annoying, but it still works. Yeah, that is blueprints. I agree. My good ability level. Get player from entity. Oh, we already have a variable. Wonderful. Wait, what? Should always be valid at that point. Okay, I think this one's all fine. Oh, cancel ability. Shit. Oh, I didn't look at all these yet. Cancel ability. I need to change that to what now? What do I need to change that to? Cancel. Hold it, cancel. Cancel download? Yeah, no, that's not what I wanted. I know that seems... When I typed in cancel, I know it probably made it seem like I wanted cancel download. But I, in fact, don't. And it's not blueprintable anyways. So, pardon me while I go fuck myself. Yeah. Blueprint callable. May I do the same with end as well? Okay, so we'll need to go back through and do all those as well. I'm gonna have to do so many passes over all this shit, man. Oh boy. If is valid. I don't know. Do I call impact on impact if it's not valid? As projectile. That's not what I wanted. I don't. So it's never going to get called if it's not valid, so we can skip that. The mob audio, once again, we don't have the blueprinted one yet. We will need to update that. Cleave. Cleave. Grant ability modifier effect. I have not replaced the ability modifier effect system yet. Which is my own system. We will need to do another pass through that as well. Later. Get avatar actor from actor info. There's a try get entity location. Was there not? Do I not have a transform version of that? I don't have a transform version. Okay, we'll just do location for now. It's probably not a huge deal. That's fine. Heal ability. Same thing here. Okay. Get entity location. Apply gameplay effect. Apply gameplay effect to targets. Oh, I need to make the imbue weapon. Yeah, so this is going to be imbue weapon. Oh, that's an event dispatcher. That's not what I wanted. Imbue weapon effect. Make that a data table row handle. I will need to rebuild all of these effects into my new system. Put that in there, and then I need to make the owner ability blueprint read only here. So that I can do this again. Grant ability modifier effect, another one that I can't replace just yet. Get attach component. Where did I just come from? Here, let's just get skeletal mesh component. Which I'll need to do a whole nother system for getting particle effects to follow around the instant static mesh entities. That's literally nothing. Get weapon. Okay, that's, yeah, we're basically nothing there. Basically nothing in there. Okay, save, file, save all. The mob audio component stuff is what I need to change along with cancelability. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do next. I gotta get going though. So I'm gonna find someone to send y'all over to. Let me see, who should we rate? Let's hit Cavino. We'll hit Cavino. Okay. Yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. Good little morning dev stream. Yeah, so I'm getting pretty close to actually trying to execute an ability for the first time in my new system. And that's gonna be, oh boy, is there some debugging in our future. Oh boy, is there. Oh boy. Yeah, it's gonna be brutal. And I'm just gonna go on a limb, and I'm gonna guess that my system initially is going to be just as unperformant, if not more, than the original gameplay ability system. So there's a lot of tinkering in our future. So yeah, until next time, take care everyone. Bye.